Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the BillyJoe Podcast. I am Billy.
I'm Joe.
Good to have you guys back for another week. Guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe to all our platforms, Instagram, Spotify, and our YouTube at the BillyJoe Podcast. You'll see it come up on your screen right now. Thank you to all our sponsors as well. You'll see them coming up on our screen. And without you guys, we can't move forward. Joey.
William.
How are you, mate?
Good.
How was your weekend?
Very well.
Yeah, good?
Good, mate. Pumped to be here.
That's awesome, mate. So am I, bro. So am I. Guys, without further ado, our next guest, this guy's seen it all. He rides the wave with everybody. Whether it being financial, emotional. He's one of the most prominent mortgage brokers in Sydney.
What a compliment.
No, he actually is one of the most prominent mortgage brokers in Sydney. Managing director of It's Simple Finance, Mr. Joseph Douad. How are you, my brother?
I can't believe I received such an intro. Wow. It's usually like, when you hear that stuff, you sit and then you go, like, prominent me? Like, I grew up down the road, you know what I mean?
Mate, you've done well for yourself.
No,
Honestly, tell our listeners, when did I plan this intro?
I want to say about 14 seconds.
No, brother, welcome to the show, man. Can't wait to get into it, bro. We know you're full of knowledge, you're full of facts, full of statistics. You're a man of many talents and thoughts, my bro. So we can't wait to delve into it.
Can't wait, Joe. Welcome in, bro.
I appreciate that. I'm just a bloke that hasn't slept. That's all it is.
Well, I was gonna say, what's your business called? It's Simple.
Yeah, it's simple.com.au. We're here to make it simple.
Awesome.
You know, we just want to take the complexities out of everyday finance. We find that, people struggle just getting a home loan, and we were able to quickly do things for people. So it's simple.com.au came about. That was it.
It's true, bro. I'll see his content online and stuff.
Very catchy.
It's good, and he lives up to the name too, bro. You teach it, like he explains everything, how everything's done.
Well,
can you stop gassing me up? Like my brain does not compute with this sort of stuff.
I'm not gassing you up. I'm actually being serious. A lot of magicians don't reveal the secrets to their tricks, bro. But like, I'm not saying you reveal secrets, but you break it down and you respectfully you simplify it.
Yeah,
you simplify it in the most respectful term to the people that, like, for instance, bro. I know how brokering and finance stuff works because I lived it for 15 years, man.
Yeah.
So to Jim's mowing, the guy that mows the lawn that wants to buy a house, they're not going to understand how it works. They're not going to understand what LVR is. They're not going to, all that sort of stuff, all the lingo that we have.
Yep.
And but hats off to you, brother. You do such a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries.
Great name.
It is.
Very catchy.
It is.
Well, it all started back at Macquarie. I still remember. So if you guys don't know, I started my career in 2018. I still remember every single phone call I copped was, "Hey Joe, thanks for making it simple. Thanks for making it simple." That was just something that stuck with me. And then I literally went online and I saw, is itsimple.com.au taken? It cost me 1 cent to buy that domain and that website. And then to register my ABN and my ACN, it cost me like another, I think it was $25 at the time, or from some website online. And then that was it. It was full steam ahead after that.
So it cost you $25.01
for itsimple.com.
For itsimple.com.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we're here.
And I could say that we rank. I haven't spent a cent on Google SEO. I haven't done any of that stuff. Facebook ads, I haven't done it for over 3 years and stuff. But we rank number 6 when it comes to looking for brokers online.
Really?
Bro, I tripped out. I'm sitting there and I'm like, how much deposit do I need to buy an investment property? And because I'm outranking Bank West, I'm outranking CBA, I'm outranking St. George. I'm sitting here, I'm going, you've got $1 billion budget and I'm outranking you. What's going on here?
But is that because of the name? Would it be?
I think it's because of a lot of the content that we push out there. I think it's just because, I'm big on video, big on teaching people, because you guys know better than anyone, the more you teach people something, the more they want from you, okay? Yeah. And the more they trust you. If you sit there and think to yourself, I'm going to keep all these secrets to myself, why should I be giving my stuff away for free? The more stuff you give out, the more you actually get back, because people trust you more. They go, oh, you know what? I've got a super complex scenario, and this is the only bloke that's explaining the simple stuff. Maybe he can handle the complex stuff too. So that's how it kind of came about. And that's how, we've been able to outrank a lot of these banks with $1 billion marketing spend.
Well done. Well, he threw something up the other night. Just a casual $20 million deal. Just approved.
Yeah, easy.
And he posted it and then went on his way, kept it in his sushi. I'm so proud of you, bro.
That's mad.
These are big moves from, a kid from the area that's giving it a crack, bro.
Because I swear to God, you're gonna make me cry.
Oh, no, that's all we do here, man.
But
man.
Anyway, so let's go back to the beginning.
Yep.
Joey.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yep.
Where you grew up, where you went to school.
Yep. So my name's Joseph Douad. I am the youngest of 5. Joe has known my family since I was probably 2 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because
Yeah.
my sister's best mates with your whole family.
Yeah, yeah.
Billy, you and I have known each other for like 20 years or something like
About that.
through
Yeah.
the
Not
DJ
long. Not long. Through the industry, yeah.
through the industry. But basically, I went to school in the Sutherland Shire. I was born in the Sutherland Shire. I was, I completed not my primary school, but my high school in there. But I always somehow ended up in Parramatta, Granville way. Always ended up in Parramatta, Granville. So throughout high school, I wanted a job. I was working at Foot Locker in Miranda. I hated it because it wasn't my people.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of the day, I was born with one eyebrow that I got to get waxed every single month. So I had to make sure I was around my people because they trust you a little bit more. So I asked for a transfer to Parramatta Westfields. I started working from there. And I probably worked there till I was about 22, 23 years old. And at the same time, I was working at Granville with my family. We were running a wedding reception center. It was called Grand Royale. I think it's still there.
Still there.
It's still there?
Still there.
What a place. That place is an icon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Granville landmark.
And
100%.
nothing teaches you how to deal with people like dealing with 2 Lebanese weddings on a Saturday or a Sunday, 500 people in each room. It's the middle of summer and an air conditioner breaks down. Oh, wow. Nothing in the world teaches you how to deal with people like that used to teach you how to deal with people.
Wow.
We got it fixed. But man, like when you're young, okay, and you've got people coming up to you, guys, what's going on? And you're like, don't worry, the technician is coming. You got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably the best reps. I like to call it reps. When you go to the gym, 3 sets of 10 reps. Those were the best reps that I ever got. I didn't realize at the time like how important it was to deal with different cultures because you don't deal with different cultures when you're living, out east or whatever. Like you're dealing with 5 or 6, but when you're living Parramatta, Granville, you're dealing with 20 different cultures at any point in time. You're dealing with the Italians, the Massas, the Lebanese, the Iraqis, the Assyrians. You're dealing like everyone, the Indians, the Pakistan. You're dealing with everyone. So there's so many more people that you have to deal with. And because of that, it teaches you how to actually communicate with people, which is, I think it was the best thing in the world. Like having my work experience, I'm not going to say grow up out here because there's a difference when, you work somewhere and then you go home and live somewhere. But working here, like my professional life, having it start out here, I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me because it taught me how to deal with different people on different levels, Like you could have someone, Maryland's, that you wouldn't even know them from anything, but they could be, somebody that owns 20 properties. And then you could deal with someone else from Maryland that, is renting. You had so many different mix of cultures, and I absolutely loved it because it taught you how to deal with the different hierarchies as well.
100.
Yeah.
How, as a Lebo kid with the one eyebrow, how hard was it going to school in a predominantly Anglo-Saxon
It was extremely
area?
It was extremely difficult.
Did you cop flack? Was it tough?
I still remember. So I had just changed schools just after Cronulla riots.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. So it was 2005 and I was entering year 11, or I can't remember the exact dates, but all I know is week 3 of me being in a class, it was a hospitality class, and one of the guys turns around and goes, he was making fun of one of the other Lebanese kids. The other Lebanese kid, I'll let you guys know me, I'm 6'2", I'm a little bit of a bigger guy. The other Lebanese kid was this tall. He was about 155 centimeters tall. And he turns to him and he's trying to poke fun at him and trying to get a raise out of him. And he goes, oh, Cronulla riots, it was the best day of my life. So, and I sit there and I know I'm coming from Baystar. Like my ears are burning out. And I go, excuse me, what did you say? And he goes, no. And he starts bitching it. He starts looking at me and goes, no, not you. Okay, you're one of the good ones, but he's one of the dirty ones. And I go, I'm Lebanese. I'm more Lebanese than him. My oldest siblings were born in Lebanon. Where that I'm getting into a punch on. In the middle of class, I threw a chair at him.
Yeah.
After that, they didn't really want to mess with me because they knew I was a bit of a passionate person.
Yeah. That's the Parramatta and Granville coming out here, bro.
No, but like imagine that. Like you're in a cohort, you're in year 11, year 12, whatever it is, and there's 150 students in your grade, and you got 6 wogs. And it's you and the other one that's Lebanese. Like, cuz, what are you supposed to do? You have to stand up for yourself at some point. You know what I mean? And after that, once you really stand up for yourself, they realize, hey, you know what? This bloke, he's got self-respect. We don't really want to mess with him. And you start to notice, like, when you stand up for yourself like that, people actually come up to you and I wouldn't say, like, it's more, if you say something, they're not going to muck around anymore with you. You know what I mean? And you got to teach that to kids early on. That's a big thing. You got to teach them how to stand up for themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but I still think racism is still there in society today. I still think it's here.
100%.
The reason I say it is because I never thought I'd actually say it, but I don't want to say I experienced it. I'm hoping I didn't, but I actually had a situation that happened to me last week or the week before. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say the venue, but it was after I walked away from a situation. Then I realized, I go, mate, listen, man, I think I was being racially vilified or racially, there's a word for it.
Profiled.
Racially profiled. I was trying to enter a venue. I'm not going to say the venue because I'm still not happy. But if I do have a change of mind, I will say the venue where it is. But it was in Palm Beach, right?
Wow.
It was in Palm Beach. We and the family went out to Palm Beach. I went to go book a table somewhere.
So you're with your wife and kids?
With my wife and kids, my brother-in-law, his wife, his son, my other brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Sat at the beach. Everyone's going to probably work this out anyway. We try to couldn't give two shits, to be honest, if they do. But yeah, I didn't tell you this, did I?
No, you haven't.
So we were at the beach. We're hanging out. The kids were hungry. We knew that it was coming up to lunchtime. We thought, you know what? The plan was to have a grazing board on the beach. We'll have a grazing board on the beach. We'll go get lunch after at the café or whatever you want to call it, the place next door on the beach. I go, sweet. I go, listen, I'll go suss it out. I'll go try to get a table. Walked in trying to go get a table. There was a massive line. I didn't want to wait then. I just want to ask him, how do I go about getting the table? They go to me, just line up. And once you get to the front, we'll get you a table. I go, sweet. I wasn't getting a table. Then I went back to the family. Kids played in the water and all that sort of stuff. Then it was time for me to book a table. So they told me it was about a 45-minute wait. So I told my wife, I said to my wife, listen, there's about a 45-minute wait. I'm going to go line up now in the line to get a table. And by that time, I'll call you when the table's ready and bring everyone over. And we'll sit down and eat and have lunch. I get to the front of the line. I want to call him a gentleman, but this bloke came up to me, Indian fella, whitewashed, but fully whitewashed Indian, right? Fully whitewashed, like full had Aussie accent, yada yada yada. I'm on my phone watching the footy, but while I'm waiting in line, I get to the guy. He greets me, go, hey mate, how are you? He goes, yeah, he goes, I'll do it in a second. He comes up to me, he goes to me, listen, mate, I've got to look after my bookings first. Whoever's made a reservation, then I'll deal with you and I'll get you a table. I go, bro, no worries, all good. That's fine. All good. So I go back to my phone watching the game. He goes for 5-10 minutes. He comes back. He goes to me, mate, unfortunately, I've got some bad news. I guess, mate, he goes, I can't fit you in. I go, wait, but what do you mean you can't fit me in? I go, you just told me you're going to look after your reservations. Surely you can fit me in somewhere, bro. He goes, no, we're fully booked. He goes, we're fully booked. I go, bro. I go. Someone else in the restaurant said to me to line up. It'll be a 45-minute wait, and then you guys can give me a table. I waited 45 minutes. I got to the line, and now you're telling me you can't give me a table. I go, man, look. He goes, oh, you can try again in another half an hour, 45 minutes. I go, bro, I don't want to try again another half an hour, 45 minutes if you're going to give me the same answer. I go, how do I book a table? I'll book one now for 45 minutes. Couldn't book it because it was a long weekend. Couldn't book it online. Exhausted. I still shut my mouth. Anyways, I went out of the line, went to go speak to another manager. I go, listen, I got told line up to get a table. I lined up. He's telling me, even though I'm lining up, I'm not guaranteed a table. I go, I don't know what to do. I just want to feed my family. And then he sees me talking to the other staff member, and he walks past. He goes, I already spoke to him. He knows the go. He knows he has to wait another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes, I can get him a table. And then I'm like, I go, he didn't tell me that. He told me line up again for 45 minutes, and then I still can't guarantee you a table. She goes, no. She goes, just go line up again. I lined up again like a subtle. It's been an hour and a half now. Kids are hungry.
How many kids do you have?
I got 3, and my brother-in-law had his.
So you've got 3 kids, your wife,
Yeah.
and your brother-in-law.
and his wife and my other brother-in-law. They're on the other side. They're still at the beach now.
But you've got like 10 people.
Yeah, she nine people. Yeah. So what I do with you know me, bro. I'm not an aggressive guy.
He doesn't like confrontation.
I'm not an aggressive guy because I'm not a gronk at the end of the day either.
Yeah.
Respectfully. So I lined up again. He looked at me and goes, "Yeah, sorry, mate, I can't fit you in." I go, "Bro, listen, I've seen a group go in. You let them in. I'm pretty sure they didn't have a booking." I go, "Bro, please, we just want something. I just want to feed the kids, man. Please, can we get a table?" And he goes, "Nah." He goes, "Mate, I told you already. I can't get you a table." I go, I go, "Man, I know, but you've let people in. These people, I guarantee you, didn't even have a booking. I asked them, they didn't have a booking, and you've let them in." I go, "Bro, what's going on? Like, bro, what's going on?" Then the penny dropped. And this guy's looking at me with a smirk on his face, yeah? And then I'm like, "Bro," I go, "Listen," he goes, "I don't like your attitude." You know when a girl cries rape and she's not getting raped?
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He started raising his voice. He goes, "I don't like your attitude." I go, "Bro, I'm not arguing with you. I haven't said nothing." I go, "I don't like your attitude." He goes, "I'm going to have to refuse your entry."
What, just like that?
Just like that. Just to kick. I go, "Cuzzy, what'd you say?" He goes, "Yeah, mate, I don't like your attitude. You're a threat to this place. I want to refuse your entry." You know what? Fuck, I'm going to say it was the Joey in Palm Beach. The Joey Cafe restaurant in Palm Beach. They're all the ones that done it to me. I was basically vilified, bro. And they ran through me. And I was seeing it firsthand. They could check every camera. I'm going to say how it is, bro, because I've been waiting for this opportunity. I thought I'd sleep on it. It was the Joey in Palm Beach restaurant cafe, bro.
I'm surprised it's taken you this long, Bill.
Because I want to sleep on a Joey.
No, but I'm not talking about days. I'm talking about now. Bro, throw their name out at the start.
100%. It was the Joey in Palm Beach, man. It gets better, Joey. The guy actually, then when I realized what was going on, bro, he tapped me on the hand. He goes, "I'm going to ask you to leave." I go, "Don't you fucking touch me, you understand?" I go, "Don't you
What, did you get his name?
I was that revved up and I was with my family. I didn't want to cause a scene, obviously, because we're not about violence. We're not about confrontation here, but we are here to stand up for what we believe in at the same time too. I didn't want to cause a ruckus. I walked away, as everyone should walk away. Bro, can I tell you, man? It was the first. I don't really look like your traditional Lebanese bloke.
Nah.
I don't.
Nah.
I'm not.
The eyes are too blue.
I wasn't. If I went, it would have made all on.
Bro, I'm 35 years old, bro. Ask my wife, cuz I'm 35 years old, boys. I've never ever experienced anything like this before, bro. Up until 2 weeks ago, and bro, my heart hurt. I was cut. I was shattered. I wanted to go back, and I don't want to say what I want to do if I was going to go back and just give him a serving, but I'm like, no, I can't, Billy. Come on, you're not a kid anymore. You're not 16 from Maryland. Just relax.
Can I just jump in here?
Of course you can.
I just want to add one thing. We understand no matter what, there's always going to be racism, and that's worldwide. I'm not even saying just in Australia. Worldwide, there's always going to be racism. You're a victim of it. I still get anxiety approaching the door at Ivy. I don't even want to go in. I'm 34 years old. What do I want to go do and stand up for 4 hours? I don't want to go in. But even walking
Watch me.
Yeah, because even walking up, I still get anxiety.
Yeah.
But what I do want to highlight something is, Habibi. Sorry.
Oh, good.
One thing I want to highlight, and this is my favorite thing to always highlight, and I say it to my wife, I say it to my brother-in-law, I say it to a lot of people. That moment for that bloke was the highlight of his life.
Yeah.
That bloke has nothing on what you have. He has nothing. He probably went home that night to a one-bedroom apartment. Okay, he doesn't have his kids with him. He doesn't have a brother-in-law to share experiences with. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have the podcast and stuff. So whilst we can look at, okay, I got racially profiled. We do have to call out the injustice and all that khara, but at the exact same time, Habibi, you've got, what, on this podcast alone has 4,000 followers. Mahat?
Yeah.
It's got 4,000 followers here. You're going to collaborate with me. That's got 5,000. Beautiful. You've got 9,000 people that now know that story, that now know that bloke was there and he caused an issue, okay? And guess what? That highlight of his life might even turn into a nightmare now. So we can get upset with that stuff at the same time, but at the exact same time, you know, the way that I look at it is, bro, that might be a positive for you at the end of the day, because you can go home, you got your wife, you got your kids, it's Masalib, you've got 3 of them, you know, I've got my first love. I just had recently.
He's so cute, bro. Your son's so cute.
Oh, bro, he's a rocket. But like, you know, you know what I mean? Like, you've got that. So
yeah,
there's always going to be racism in this country, Habib.
Couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah, but you know, for me, what would roll me up? Say it was Billy and I.
Yeah.
went to Palm Beach for a road trip, went in. This guy wants to be a Gronk.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Jump in the car and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he had his kids with him.
That's the worst part.
And the piece of shit knew he had his kids with him. And he knew how desperate he was just to feed his kids. And this is what makes me sick about society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like people have been dehumanized.
100%.
There's no longer humanity, right? Like we can watch, you know, I've seen videos of IDF soldiers, and again, I don't want to go political, right?
Not yet.
But I've seen videos of IDF soldiers when they go, like they do this Skype kind of thing with a Palestinian.
Are you talking about the bloke with the red glasses?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, see how they want to. Bro, I don't even know why they do that, right? But they're obviously trying to trigger each other, and then you have an IDF soldier say, "Yeah, I killed 4 baby today."
That's dirty.
And it's like, you sick fuck. Even if that was a joke,
it's
when it comes to kids, bro, it's end game. It should everything should stop.
I said my little speech and I go to Billy, like that was the highlight of his life. Khalil, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? But I'm telling you now, if that was my son crying,
Yeah.
he was hungry, and my wife,
It's on.
I would have flipped my script. So you did better than what I would.
Listen, boys, I'm not here to talk shit. My kids were with me when I was there, but
That's not the point.
But he knew I had my
You
kids
made it
waiting
clear.
because I told him I needed 3 high chairs. He knew it was for my
He knew
family.
there's kids. They knew there's kids.
No, but like, okay, so I just want to bring it back to the whole racism thing, right? Like, you're telling me this guy is sitting there, and as I said to you, like he's gone back to the guys in the management, and he's gone, hey, watch what I'm going to do and all this kind of stuff. And you know what? That's not fair. It's not fair that we still give permission to this to happen. But at the exact same time, who's going to hold him accountable? No one out there's going to hold him.
Well, I'll tell you now.
Yeah.
Our mate Dan, our Aussie mate Dan from Campbelltown.
Hey, Dan.
Oh, hey, Dan, we love you. He's our Aussie Lebanese.
Dan's Aussie?
I was just about to say we've mixed him. We've mixed him into the Lebanese culture.
He's nice assimilated now.
But yeah, absolutely assimilated. But he's gonna clip this up, I reckon. We clip this up and.
Yep. I didn't want to, bro. I'm not like that.
And the Joey, what is the Joey?
The Joey in Palm Beach.
The Joey in Palm Beach, mate. And you know what? We're gonna cause a bit of a ruckus.
Yeah, I think
because at the end of the day, we have a platform, and this is not why we've built the platform. But you know what? People need to be held accountable.
I agree.
And you know the funny thing is this Indian that you said he's been.
I don't know if it was Indian. He was just a darker complexion.
Yeah, you
could Pakistani, Indian, Fijian. I don't know
whatever it was. But what was the word you used? He was whitewashed, right?
Ashamed of his culture.
The funny thing is, he's probably whitewashed himself to assimilate.
Yep.
Right? Instead of being proud of who he is and where he's come from.
Yep.
He's probably the laugh of his town.
Yeah.
Probably is.
You know what I mean? He's the one getting mocked and because he stands out. So guess what, Bill? He was in that position at that time, like Zeus said. That was his moment to shine. You know what I mean? Because he's probably been the one that's been pricked and prodded his whole life.
It affected me, boys. Actually, bro, I'm telling you. And I started getting thoughts because he touched my shoulder and told me to move on. If I hit him, it's self-defense because he's touched me. I started getting thoughts and bad thoughts saying, I should have done this. And I'm like, Bill, come on, bro, wake up. No, just
then it becomes the Lebo's fault.
That's exactly right.
That's when.
But mate, I was to the Joey in Palm Beach, mate. To that little shack of a restaurant next to the little lake on the right hand side. I was very disappointed, very very disappointed. My family was disappointed. All we wanted to do was grab a feed, but I thank God that God looked after me. That didn't inject any funds or any of my money into that business.
Thank
you.
It's the best way to hurt him.
Yeah, bro.
100%. Well, even now, they're probably going to call you up and apologize.
Oh, they're fucking. I don't care whether they do or don't. I don't care. Too late now.
Too late. So I just want to bring up a very funny story on the side of this. Do you guys remember when the Lebanese NRL team was they're in London and they had stuff stolen out of the locker?
Yeah.
I asked our mutual friend Jai about this, about what happened. And
was Jaws the train? Jaws was in.
Was he on
Rangers,
tour
Jaws.
with him?
Yeah.
Was he on tour with them?
He was on tour, yeah.
Him and Robbie and all that.
Yeah.
So to Joey, and I go, so Tommy, just please, like, humour me if it will happen. And he goes, Joey, I promise you, you know how we are, Lebanese people, we're all hot-headed. He goes, I was at the front, and he goes, we're not touching anyone. We're not bashing anyone, nothing. We walk them there, and we walk them back. And on the news, it was the biggest fluff piece ever. I'll never forget. It was the Lebanese team. They left these people unharmed, and everything was all right. And they returned all the goods, and there was no provocation. And everyone said, what a good... And I'm sitting there, and I go, yeah, that's my boy. What did I do? I'm just sitting there, and I was laughing so hard. But, like, the moment that it's ever someone of our background or anything, well, they're going to jump down our throat. That's why we have to be, number one, we have to be smarter than the opposition, like whenever that sort of stuff comes about. But we also have to, you did the right thing there by keeping it in and not causing a scene, because no matter what, they are always going to jump on the opportunity. They see a Lebanese last name, they see a Lebanese complexion, they see anything like that, they're going to straight away go for it. So you always have to be careful.
Middle Eastern man.
Sorry?
Middle Eastern man.
100%, man.
Then again, bro, I don't look Lebo.
It doesn't matter.
I don't look pure white Australian. I don't, but I don't know, man. I was just trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, bro. But I couldn't find anything in that passage that just happened.
Yeah.
Well, but I can't.
It happens that way, bro. Sorry about that.
Joey Palm Beach.
Anyways, yeah, well done.
He's jacked up now.
Good on you, mate.
So we're at your high school.
Yep.
So you've dealt with
100%.
you've gone through high school, no issues.
Even my first day at Macquarie Bank, I dealt with it. I got somebody, when you get into Macquarie Bank, Macquarie is one of the hardest banks to crack in Australia, especially for employment. Okay, it was 9 levels of interviews, tests, all that kind of stuff. The day I got in, I was so excited. I didn't even know what I was applying for. But I'll never forget my first day. One of the boys turned to me and he goes, "Oh, where are you from?" I go, "I'm from Cronulla," because nobody knows where Illawong is.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh." They go, "You look like you're from Fairfield or something."
Oh well.
First day one. And I just looked and I go, you know what? But it's good. It's motivating as well. Some people can look at that and they can get down and, wow, these people are racist. Or you can look like that motivated me to become who I became, to do better. Because by month 4 at Macquarie, I was month 4, I'm talking month 4, I was one of the top performers in the entire bank. So you're telling me you've got a bloke here who has never worked a bank a day in his life. He grew up in this area, okay, professionally, but I grew up in this area, okay, and now I'm in there, and they're one of the top rising banks. But if I didn't cop that racism, it wouldn't have made me do that. If I didn't hear those words, it wouldn't have made me push myself harder. Now you're going to say that about me? No, I'm going to go 10 times harder. So I don't know. Sometimes I get motivated by that sort of stuff.
That's a great mindset to have, though.
Yeah,
because the best source of revenge is success.
A massive success. The harder you work, like, you can have someone say anything about you, but if you are able to do this and you're able to do this and you're able to do this, they just have egg on their face afterwards. That's it. Alex Hormozy says the way you smash the haters out of the water is just by doing so much work, such a large accumulation of work that they look stupid for even saying something bad about you. And that's honestly a lot of the stuff that I live by these days,
Absolutely. It's a great mantra, bro.
Thanks, bro.
No, great mantra.
That's not from me. It's from Hormozy, so I'll leave it at that.
It's unfortunately these are things that we've copped growing up, right?
100%.
We can't hold that victim mentality, because I can tell you, for many years, the victim mentality held me back, stopped me from doing good things. It wasn't until you let go, right? And you know what? Well done, Billy, because what you went through, really, what did it cost you? Nothing.
Actually, nothing.
What did it hurt? He hurt your feelings? You know what I mean? It's not worth it. Like, say you take a swing, you knock him out, or you go fuck yourself, or you post something up and you turn it into a big hoo-ha. At the end of the day, you're adding no value to yourself.
Agreed.
Don't get me wrong. Fucking oath, we're going to clip it. Yeah.
Bro, I tried sleeping on it, bro, but the timing's right, man.
We're going to clip it.
Fucking oath, yeah.
Yeah, because you've built a platform now where, you know what, this is your channel, and if something personal pops up, you've got the opportunity to throw it out there and cause a bit of havoc. And you know what? We're gonna do that. But
Because watch me not get one more mortgage from Palm Beach. I'll tell you that.
They're all inheritance anyway.
That's that bloke from Billy. Because I'm not even the Joe from that show.
No, look,
that's the Joe from Billy and Joe.
nah, it's just, bro. It's people need to know as well that you might think it's nothing what you're saying, but there are people out there with a platform that do have a voice that can actually fucking say, you know what, bro, I'm gonna pull the handbrake up. I don't know who I'm talking to these days. The internet's a powerful place. It's a big place. We don't know who we're talking to. We don't know, and we don't know what it could do to our brand. Not us. I'm talking about the general public, to themselves, and just be fucking respectful, mate. That's all it is. Just be a good human. That's all it is.
It's out the window. It's out the window, Billy.
Yeah.
But like Joe says, what drove him? See, first day in Macquarie,
Yeah.
right? You could have easily kicked stones. Oh, they're racist.
I wouldn't say they are, but it was that one particular bloke.
Whoever it is,
He tried to give me a hard time that day.
Yep.
yeah, he could have affected your performance.
Yep.
He could have.
Mhm.
You chose to use that as the weapon
100%.
against him, which is awesome. So from Macquarie,
Mhm.
you were there for how long?
I was only there for a year.
So after Macquarie, what do you do?
So I wasn't supposed to leave Macquarie. This is what I always tell people. Like, I actually loved it there because it taught me how to deal with problems. Okay, like with Macquarie Bank, they'll give you the resources. You go find the solutions. It's like building a business in a business. You don't realize it until you leave, but like that's what it felt like.
What was your role?
I was in banking.
In-
So I was dealing, like at the start, I was just dealing with regular mum and dad loans, and then towards the end, I was dealing with the higher, like the private lending sort of stuff, the big ticket stuff. But what happened was, I got back from overseas. Okay, I'd been in Australia for 2 days. My dad, I'm going to do the sign of the cross because, you know, God bless him, he's still with us. And I know we've had, you know, some losses at this table. You know, thank God my father's still alive. But my dad, he walks into my room, and mind you, I've got work the next morning. It was 10 p.m. I'm getting ready for bed. Hello, you know me, I'm an early riser. You know me, I'm an early riser. Dad walks in, he looks at me and he goes, I'm having a heart attack. I go, Shomtake, like, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm having a heart attack. Drops. My dad's 117 kilos, you know? And you know my brother well. Hello. Sorry, guys, I keep going back to people that we all know, but if we both weren't gym goers, we wouldn't have been able to get him in the car and speed to the hospital, right?
Wow.
So we pick him up. Okay, we speed him to the hospital. My brother was like, he's okay, like he's talking, he's aware, because my dad was conscious whilst he went through the heart attack, but he's like sitting there, he goes, my heart hurt and all that sort of stuff, but he's sweating a lot. So I stayed at the hospital, I stayed overnight. Doctor walks in at 6:45, 7 a.m. and he goes, confirmed heart attack. These are the blood cells. I'm not too sure what it is. I'm not a doctor.
The enzymes.
That's the one. So he goes and he tells us about all that stuff. And I've got to call my boss at the moment and I go, my dad's had a heart attack. Like, how are you supposed to say that? It's not a normal thing to tell people.
Yep.
So I've called her and I go, I don't know. She goes, take all the time off that you need. Don't log a sick day. Okay, that was a big thing for me because she knew how hard I was working and how many hours I was putting in. She goes, don't log a sick day. You've done more than enough here. I had just gotten back from holiday. She's told me don't log a sick day. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But Dad had a project down in Goulburn at the time, and he can't go to and from Sydney and Goulburn. It's 2.5 hour drive each way, and he's on medication, and you got to test the different medications, blood thinners, all this sort of stuff. So I had to leave. I had to leave Macquarie, and I had to go help my dad, you know, deliver one of his projects. Not easy going from banking to construction, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I go from like white collar banking to
Blue collar.
we're dealing with tradies from Goulburn, you know, and this is like it was a big difference to it too.
You know I'm laughing? You know, because me, I've done that, bro. I was like, it's not. I know exactly what you mean, bro.
It is not easy, but
It's a prima proper to fuck me, mate. When the next smoke, I'm like,
we had a bricky, and he didn't have a piercing here. He didn't have it here. He had it here.
Wow.
Covered his tattoos, and he loved go-karting.
in true Goulburn style.
I love go-karting. He used to go around the go-karts, around not the go-karts, the racing track down in Goulburn. I used to take his go-kart down, and he's like, I love it out here. I'm sitting there, I'm like, where the F am I? You know, I'm used to wearing my suit every day, walking in, what's my bonus? Well, none of that. This is it. So we spent a year on that project. Thank God. I've got good role models and good people around me because I wouldn't have made it, I'll tell you that. Got to the end of the project, delivered it, did the handover, 2019. No more work. I realized what it's like to actually work for yourself at one stage. And I go to myself, you know what? No matter what, when I was on site, I had all the traders coming up to me and going, hey, Joe, you know a thing too about analyze, don't you? And I'm sitting there, I go, yeah. And they go, oh, what would you do here? I want to go do my own project. I want to do something on the side. And I'm sitting there, and you know the exact voice I'm going there.
Oh, you fucking nail it, bro, you know?
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, yeah, this is what you do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I just, I was still drawn to it, I'm not like every other Lebanese person that gets drawn to the duplexes and the townhouses and I want to do this and I got drawn to the banking, the money side of it because what you'll see when you go to a Lebanese barbecue, you'll have 50 people standing around a barbecue. Every single one of them is an expert in building duplexes, but you only have 1 or 2 brokers. So I kind of realized, I go, you know what, I'm going to go to the side that people need more of. So I went and I started the brokerage after that because I was just drawn more to it. I enjoyed it more. When you enjoy something and you get out of it because it's not work anymore. We're here 7 o'clock on a Monday. We're hanging out and you're talking to me about my business being a broker. And this isn't work for me. It's not exactly work. We're sitting here talking about, doing a podcast.
It's your passion.
It's your passion. And when something's your passion and you love it, you love it with every piece. You don't feel like you're working anymore. You feel like you're floating when you're doing the work. And when you create the solution, that's the biggest part. When you're able to create a solution for someone in speed, it's the best. You will never beat a feeling like that. And that's why I loved what I did. So started the business, COVID hits. I said, shit. So now I'm telling people to trust me with their money and there's COVID. That was even harder. So I started to think, how am I going to get people to trust me? Camera right there. Bang. I'll go on camera and I'll start doing stuff. So I started doing the content. I was probably one of the first people in Australia to start doing content based around finance and real estate and all this. No, they all do it. But I was one of the first people, and people laughed at me. Oh, what's he doing going on there teaching about LVR and all that sort of stuff? All right, we'll see. I had a belief in my brain, I'm a little bit broken, but I had a belief up here that if I go like that, I will be able to attract people to my business. And guess what? It worked. It worked. When you put the stuff out there, people end up coming back to you, So that's what I really noticed worked and had people come to our business, even though we're a new business. We didn't have a database. I still remember I contacted a marketing company and they go, what's your database? And I go, like 10 people. It's my brother, my sister, my dad, a few of the tradies that we had on site. And then that was it. And they're sitting there like, can you get more? I'm like, no, look, what do you want me to get? That's what it was, But you got to push and you got to know that if you have something you believe in, you can end up creating something pretty cool. So yeah, it was a very fun journey, I'll tell you that.
It's with brokering, bro. With me, right? Like I said to you, I haven't actually worked in it, but I'm there. You mentioned something. You said like you're floating, especially when you work out a solution. Now I know this through my personal experience, but every person's situation is different, which means different lending products is different for like everyone. Like not say NAB won't work for you, but it might work for me.
Yeah.
Or Pepper Money might work for you, but it'll work for me, or something like that.
I love how you posted a joke for that one.
Yeah, no, it's just the first thing that came to my head.
Do I look like Pepper Money?
No, bro.
Do I look like a Pepper Money client?
Nah. Second tier lender. No, they're good, but Pepper Money's good, bro. You need to get something over the line, bro. You do it anyway. What I want to know, like the whole with me, the reason why I started it. I just want to see if it's the same for you. Do you get a kick out of helping people and watching them achieve their dreams? And like just when someone comes to you saying, "Fuck, man, I went to this broker here, he couldn't get me over the line," and you go to them, and that's right, and they come to you and you say, "Listen, man, let me have a look at it."
Yep.
I know for myself, I've been in that position as a client.
Yep.
But as a broker, do you get the same relief and same like euphoria? And like, sense of gratification once you get them over the line on a certain deal?
There's a euphoria involved, but the way I always look at it, and I know I always sound like holistic and spiritual and stuff, because at the end of the day, that's someone's roof over their head. That's where they're going to raise their kids. That's where their kids are going to go to school. That's all that sort of stuff. And to know that because I actually worked, and this is a big thing, like actually did the work and looked at the policies and stuff. Because I did that and because I understood it, and that person now has a roof over their head, they don't have to pay rent to someone else. They can live somewhere, their kids can go to school, their wife has somewhere safe to live. I think that was the best feeling for me at the start. And then when I started to get the referrals, I'll never forget, I have one client that came to me after he went to 4 brokers. Okay, his deal, I'm telling you now, his deal wasn't hard. But you have to read the policies and just know. At the time, the only bank that would accept him was ANZ. Now CBA, NAB, a few others.
That's still all right. ANZ's still all right.
How to crack an interest rate. That's what I'm saying. It was a great deal. But all I did was, hey, this is their policy. Control F. Control F is not that hard. Control F lets you search keywords. 1 year ABN. 1 year financials. What do I need? Okay. It says below 80% LVR, you need the ABN to exist for 18 months. His ABN exists for 18 months. So all we did was package his loan and make sure it went to ANZ as opposed to trying 1,000,001 other lenders. And guess what? Not only did we get him approved, we got him approved in 24 hours after 4 brokers told him no. 4 other mortgage brokers, people in my industry said no. Approved in 24 hours, settled in 3 weeks, 20 days. Okay? He settled 20 days. And to me, like that sort of stuff is, it's not only it feels good, but you also know that if they're a business owner, small business owners have it the hardest when it comes to lending, okay? If they're a small business owner, if they're dealing with the high interest rates, because high interest, like everyone copped it over the last few years, they're dealing with the high interest rates. They've got a kid on the way. They've got all these things, and you're able to help them with their extra 100, 150 grand. You're able to help them purchase a house. You're able to help them increase their borrowing capacity. That to me, like I know you said, do you get a kick out of it? Not only do I get a kick out of it, I'm so fucking proud of that work. I'm so fucking proud of it that I'm happy to tell people how to do it. I'll never forget this. I had this happen to me 6 weeks ago. Okay. My wife, no, it was longer than 6 weeks ago. Charlie's 3 months now. My wife was 38 weeks pregnant. 38 weeks pregnant. Okay. And I had a client come to me and contact me through Instagram. She goes to me, I want you to do this. Her mum's her accountant. Her mum calls me up and she goes, I've been working with this broker for 20 years. How dare you take this deal from him? All this kind of stuff. I go, auntie, I don't know who you're speaking to right now, but I'm not that type of person. No, I know all the brokers. I know this, I know that. You're all trying to smash each other. You're all trying to dog each other. I go, auntie, my wife is about to have, we're about to have our firstborn in 2 weeks. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this argument. You know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to write the deal for you. I'm going to send it to the broker. I don't want $1 commission from you, but if you ever say that about me again, okay? You ever say that about me again, I promise you your kids will never have a single second of help of mine again. But if the other broker wants to go take them to, I'm not going to dog any lenders like that bad, but it was a third-tier lender that charges, 2-3% overs, okay? I'm not going to say it, sorry, bro. But they charge a 2-3. I go, you know what? I'm going to package it exactly. They're going to go to a major lender, okay, top 4 bank. They're going to get the cash out, and guess what? Your daughter's going to be able to do this, and that's it. And I don't want a cent of the commission. Okay, because your reputation in this industry is also a big thing. And if you're able to do that, okay, and I know for a fact after that, you know how I kept saying, give, and then you end up getting, after that, I ended up getting like 5 properties from her to go refinance. But you got to do that sort of stuff. And you got to know what your reputation is as a human being, and you got to know who you are as a human as well.
You got to keep integrity.
100%, man.
You got to be
so important.
You got to keep integrity.
100%. It's very hard in our industry as well.
It is, bro. Like I said, man, I've been in it long enough. But the accounting side, I've been in it for a long time. But the brokering side, man, it's fucking tough, bro. It looks tough.
Do you want my advice?
Talk to me.
You are now competing against 24,000 people in Australia, plus you're competing against the banks. It's not easy, but if you keep your integrity and you do the hard work, cuz I'll tell you now, you will soar faster than anyone out there. That's all you need to do. Those are the 2 things. You don't need to be the smartest, because there's enough tools out there to help you. All you need to do is hold your integrity, speak to the person when they message or call you. Like, speak to them. Oh, they're calling you and you don't have an answer. Hey, bro, I don't have an answer. Okay.
One thing I love, bro. You're probably the same. Joe, you're probably in the same boat too.
Probably not.
Relationships, bro. Relationships when it comes to consumer business.
100%.
I don't like hearing from my broker when it comes to refinance season. When you come up to the 18th month or 24 month, I don't like hearing that. I like the relationship. Like, hey, bro, what's happening? You all good? How's the family? I like the rapport. I feel it's very important, bro. I don't want to feel like a number. As much as we are, and let's call a spade a spade. It's business. You probably got 150,000 clients. You got to try and keep happy, and you can't keep everyone happy.
I'll tell you now, it's not that hard. Sending a text message is not a hard thing.
Hey, bro, how you going? You're good.
Because when my son was born, everyone got a text message. I go, don't contact me for your home loans. This is my son. I'm spending the next 4 weeks with him. I was so excited. Bro, I didn't know I was having a kid. I didn't know if I was having a boy. I was so excited. I was
Oh, you was surprised, yeah?
It was a surprise. I saw his Buddha. I was like,
Same, man.
I started doing happy laps around the hospital.
Yeah, bro, best. But see, you know what would happen? I had the same thing, but I was that in the moment, bro. I forgot to even check.
Wait, so you knew you had a boy, but you didn't bang up the
They lifted up Noah from the front, and then and I just seen swelling everywhere. They come out. You know what it's like. And but I didn't care. I was just so proud of my wife.
Yeah.
I thought she went through. Anyway, that's another story. Relationships in business and in brokering.
Mm-hmm.
How important are they? How important are they to obviously keep being with you're not the fake broker, are you?
What's
In a nutshell, you're not the guy that just touches up, because I know some boys out there that just totally touch base with their clients when it comes towards the end of the clawback period.
Go through my phone.
Yeah.
Go through my phone.
How important is that, Joey?
It's extremely important. Like I brought it up before. I've never heard a broker sit there and go, because that's where they're going to live. But not only that, you become friends along the way. Okay, you're dealing with somebody's livelihood. It's similar to being an accountant.
Yep.
Do you go to an accountant once and then change accountants and go to another accountant?
No.
A broker needs to be treated the same way. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to become a broker, a lot easier to become a broker than to become an accountant. But you got to treat this as a relationship management platform. You don't treat it as, I'm going to do transactions. If you treat it as you're going to do transactions, number one, it's going to hurt you cash-wise because of clawback. For those who don't know what clawback is, if you are my customer or you are one of my clients and we settle your loan, and then within 2 years of your loan settling, you refinance and go with someone else, I lose all the commission. So my next commission check comes in. Guess what? It's going to have a minus whatever your loan amount was, minus the trail commission, and your loan is out of my book. But you don't always have to just think of the clawback. You also have to think of the people. Like, you're helping people. That's what you are as a broker. You're there to create a transaction where they feel safe with their money when it comes to you. You don't want people to think, oh, nah, they're going to treat me like anyone else. Because you call me at 2 a.m, I'm answering.
Really?
You call me? Oh, I did a deal once. I promise you. This is 6 weeks before. I always use my son as a point of reference, but 6 weeks before my son was born, it was June 13th. I got a phone call 6 p.m. Client calls me up. Never met them in my life, and they go, Joe, I've got this. I'm trying to purchase. It was a factory out in Wetherill Park. They go, I want to buy this. My other broker stuffed me around. They're not answering the calls. They're not doing the valuation. I just found out they didn't book the valuation. It's got to settle in 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I was on the phone with them. I had a flight the next morning, 6 a.m. to Melbourne. I'm sitting there and I'm going, okay, this person's calling me. They've got 4 kids. They've got a business that depends on all this stuff. They've got to make sure they settle so they can move factories. Not only did I write the deal that night, I wrote it so perfectly that I got a letter of recommendation from one of the presidents of the bank saying this is one of the best deals we've ever written. One touch formal approval, settled 1 week early. Because you got to put yourself in that person's situation. Put yourself in that person's situation. I own a business. I want to be able to settle on this property that I've just bought, and I've got to make sure that I can run my business and grow my business from there so my kids can eat. I've got 4 kids, 5 kids. They've got to eat. What is that? That's how you got to think when you're a broker. Sorry.
Because you take your job so personal, and we can hear it. We can see it in you. And for those of you at home, you actually can't feel the energy that he's you actually giving off right now.
Sorry.
It's sorry. It's fucking phenomenal.
We love it.
Now I'm gonna flip the script.
Yeah.
Has a moment ever come where you've been emotionally attached, as you do, because they're not just a number? You see them as people. You see them as a family, and they got kids, and you need to put a roof over their head. Has a moment come where you haven't been able, and not because of inadequacies from your part, but just they have a very weak application?
You tell them up front.
But has there been a moment when you haven't been able to pull through and you've just seen the break in their eyes?
Yeah, of course I have. But you be upfront with them from the start. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You don't submit the application unless you know it's going to get approved. That's it. And your word is everything in our industry. If something does happen, make sure you have to document everything. Make sure you've got a full audit trail. Make sure you have the full communication trail. Okay? I have had situations where people call me up crying, bawling their eyes out, saying to me, this is happening. I'm gonna get repossessed. They sent the repossessors to my house. All this sort of stuff. I've had that, and it hurts. It fucking hurts when you can't fucking help them. It fucking hurts. Okay, and you could see I'm about to tear up because there was a situation that happened recently. This poor lady, she got fucked over by a private lender. I couldn't help her. And I tried, brother. You know, you guys know me. Like, I run through brick walls for people. Imagine me. I'm burning every single part of me to try and get this thing, try and find somebody to help. But a lot of the time, and I'm going to tell you this, if they're coming to me for these certain situations, people don't, it took me a long time to realize this. People don't think like me. Okay? I'm a very generous, very giving human being, and I'll give my time to anyone because you guys heard me before. I don't treat this as work. But I started to get phone calls from other brokers who had spoken to that same person saying, hey, can you help me with this thing? So she's come to me, okay? I've paid for a valuation.
From your pocket.
I've paid for it, okay? I've paid for the application fee and everything. Why? Because this person's calling me, telling me they're going bankrupt and all this sort of stuff, and I'm trying to help. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? At the end of the day, if I help them, okay, I'm going to feel good about myself. Okay, yeah, is that a bit selfish? Yeah, it probably is. But at least I know I did everything in my power. But then when I find out that they're calling up other brokers and they're trying to get them to get the other thing approved and all that sort of stuff, then I'm done a little bit dirty. Why? Because I understand you're in a predicament where this is happening as well. But tell me you're communicating with other people. Tell me that the transparency. And then further down the line, guess what else I found out? They hadn't paid their tax there since 2019. All right, I understand. Nobody likes paying taxes.
Do you like paying tax?
Self-inflicted.
It's self-inflicted. So I'm sitting there and I'm going to myself, okay, you know what? This person is dishonest to me. They're speaking to other brokers. They're doing this, they're doing that. And I'm running through brick walls for this person. I go, you know what? We can't do this. Okay. And it does break my heart because maybe if I spent, 36 more hours on it, spoke to a few more people, all that kind of stuff, maybe we could have found a solution. I'm not saying got it approved. Maybe we could have found a solution. But when you see all that, it's a two-way street at the same time.
100%.
And you got to be honest with your you got to be honest with your brokers. Why? Because at the end of the day, your credit file is going to come up, and we're going to see everything anyways.
Well,
you have no idea how much we could see. Like it's stupid to try and be like, oh no, I don't have a credit card. Yeah, you do, bro. I can see it's open right there. Like, what are you talking about?
Cohesive credit reporting shows everything.
It shows Afterpay now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does. It shows Afterpay.
Well, you're going to go buy a hat. I just looked at your hat. Sorry, but you're going to go buy a hat and you're going to put it on Afterpay because we could see that now.
I actually don't. Yeah, but I don't use Afterpay. My ZipPay, Afterpay, I cleared it all, bro.
Are you trying to say I bought my hat on Afterpay?
No, because I just saw the first thing that you were wearing, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, that might work.
No, but cohesive credit reporting, you can see everything, and I'm sure you would have been able to see if there was an inquiry on it on the credit file of the person if she went with. You know what I mean?
Of course I did. No, but
you see everything.
The credit score was near to 100. There was 1 million inquiries on it. Yeah. But like, you're looking. Has there ever been a moment? Yeah, there's been a moment, bro. There's been a moment, but they're very far and few in between. I told you before, I settled 240 transactions in FY25. That was one. So what's 1 out of 240? 0.2%, 0.5%. It's a very small number compared to what we were able to do. What we were.
No, I'm coming more out from a mental health aspect, right?
Yeah,
that's the angle I'm taking. I'm not trying to find any deficiencies in your.
I never said you were.
In your
I never said you were, but you're coming to me and you're saying, "Hey, has there been a moment where you've seen somebody not be?"
Yeah, because I've got a question because this was my follow-up question.
Yalla, hit me.
I know the answer, but we've never had a financial guru sort of give us his perspective.
Yep. I was going to say, I'm sitting right next to
Guru.
Guru, you love, but I'm telling you, good labels, man. Take them, own them, bro, own them.
Man, I know.
Wait, who's that flop on Channel 7? What was his name?
I can't remember.
The bold guy.
Koshi?
Yeah. How was he a guru?
What do you mean?
Look, man.
He used to.
But you see what I mean? The moment you start calling yourself a guru, this guy's going to sit there. Some bloke from a podcast up in Queensland's going to turn around and go, "Who's that bloke? How does he call himself a guru?"
Yeah, true.
That's why I don't like the labels because I don't want. Because I'm just a bloke that was.
I'm labeling you.
Negative.
It's like Karim last week.
Yeah. I don't take compliments.
It doesn't take them. He goes and he's trying to say, but I'm not calling myself this. We're calling you.
Karim cannot take a compliment at all. Kareem, I love the bloke to get death. I'll call him right now.
He struggles,
But
eh?
He cannot take a
Good
good
good, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't deal with it.
For him like this, he's a good man. He's a good man.
Well, my question is,
Yeah.
there's a financial crisis going on in Australia at the moment.
Disaster.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not a crisis. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
yeah.
Can that be tied into mental health?
Of course it can.
And can that be tied into men taking their own life because they're not able to cope?
Oh, man, heavy questions. But yes, this is the thing. Things have gotten so expensive in Australia. I'm going to give you the best example. If you earn 100 grand in 2025, do you know what the equivalent of that is in 2020? If you're earning 100 grand in 2025, that's the equivalent of earning $67,000 in the year 2000. To year 2020, not year 2000, be worth more than that, but year 2020.
Wow.
So you have, in 5 years, lost 33 grand. Like it's up in the air because of this inflation and the amount of times that Woolies has jacked up the price and the how hard it is to build now and how many people are causing demands on stuff. Guys, look at rent. Rent has gone from $500 to $800 for a two-bedder in, I'm going to Randwick. How can the everyday person who is earning less than that, earning less than six figures, how are they going to be able to afford it after tax, after HEX, after, hey, I want to go out to dinner once or twice with my missus? And the problem is you've got this shafat and everyone's on Instagram and they scroll, and this guy's got a new Lambo, this guy's got this guy's got that. And you sit there and you go, it actually starts to mentally defeat a lot of people in our country. You have these, I don't want to say gurus, or I don't want to say, that's the word I was looking. You have these politicians that are going out there and saying, oh, we're here to help, we're here to help. What have they helped? What?
What have they done?
Nothing. You want to G me up? That's one thing that I'm going to get G'd up over. All right. Is that a normal thing? Is that a normal thing to introduce? The government has to introduce? I say this because I go through these battles. I go through these battles every day, these mental health battles. I think to myself every single day, what can I do to make the lives of my people who are working in my company easier? And at the exact same time, I've got a government that's working completely against me. The right to switch off. I've got. How am I supposed to check up on anything if I can only message people at 5 o'clock or after 5:01? That's it. It's a fair work is going to come down my throat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's Abe Shum what they've done. It's Abe. It's
rude.
rude.
It's actually a thing where you can't ring your employees after 5.
Not only that, they're trying to make it legislation that that it's in the employment contract they work from home 2 days a week.
This all happened after COVID?
This all happened after COVID. So what happened after COVID? I'm going to let you guys know. And a lot of people know this. I was actually, my background's in economics, all right? So I understand supply, demand. I understand inflation. I understand all these things. That's my background, economics and maths, behavioral economics especially. So I sit there and I go to myself, what is it that, why would a government want to send themselves bankrupt over something that was fake? I'm going to tell you now, it wasn't a government that was sending themselves bankrupt, okay? It was all the other corporations, the big ticket corporations out there, because they knew, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to incentivize people to stay home. We're going to give them $750 a week, okay? They could go do what they want. They could go buy what they want. They could go spend it on whatever they want, okay? Take the thing in your arm, and then after that, you'll be free to go. Like, is that a normal thing? When you really, really think about it, is that is, to me, that is like, looking back on it now, I used to think to myself, what kind of government would want to send themselves bankrupt? And now I sit there and go to myself, it wasn't a government that was happy to send ourselves bankrupt. Because go look at Dan Andrews. Dan Andrews right now, he's in China, he's hanging out, he's doing trade deals, all this kind of stuff. Go look at Scott Morrison. Scott Morrison works for one of the biggest gas companies in Australia. He works as a lobbyist for one of the biggest gas companies. He's the ex-prime minister. Because they're lining up the pockets of the larger corporations. That's all the intention was. So you turn around and you say to me, oh, have they done anything? Or are they crying at anything and all that kind of stuff? And has it happened after COVID? Yeah, because after COVID, what ended up happening? Okay, what ended up happening? They said cost of living crisis. What cost of living crisis? That it was actually proven that Woolworths and Coles were jacking up the prices. They made up bullshit to say, oh, yeah. They had record profits over those years. They turn around and they go, the people need to be able to work from home. Okay, that's great. Go look at your developer mates that went and they built all those buildings in the city, okay, and find out how many of their offices have 100% occupancy as well, okay? So you've got that too. Then on the other side of it, you've got the everyday human being, okay, who's just trying to run a small business, who's just trying to get by, who's just trying to do all these things. And what ends up happening? You've got a government that comes in again and says, oh, you know what? If you contact your employees after 5 o'clock, we're going to call fair work on you and we're going to shut down your entire enterprise. Does that make sense? We've built a system. I'm telling you now, we've built an absolute system of disrespect. Okay, I'm not even going to say it's a disrespect to the people that want to go out there and they want to put some hard yakka in. Okay, they want to do the work. I have seen people, they burn themselves alive. I have seen it firsthand. I've seen them burn themselves with work, whether they're in concreting, whether they're a sparky, whether they're a plumber, whether they're a brickie, all that kind of stuff. They have made all this money. They might have $2 million in revenue in a year because a lot of the projects, they're big ticket. You go to their house, they don't have $1 to their name. Why? Oh, I've got to pay this person this, I've got to pay them that, and then they ask for this, and then they want that. Everyone is living in a culture, a roundabout culture, where everybody thinks to themselves, oh, I used to get $750 for free from the government every single week. I don't have that anymore, so I'm going to depend on my employer for it moving forward. And it's just Abe Shum, you know? Sorry, I've gone on a mad tangent there. It's rude when I see that stuff. And no wonder why they are saying we don't have enough productivity in Australia. No wonder why we have such a big issue with all these kind of things, because guess what? We have a government catering to them. They're catering. They're saying, oh, you don't want to go to the office? Okay, we're going to put it in the law. We're going to put it in the law 2 days a week. You get to work from home.
But hasn't the government bought in, you say they're not helping.
Yeah.
Haven't they bought in this 5%?
I'm leaving. Yeah, but sure. You want to trigger me, don't you?
No, I'm asking you.
Yeah, you want to.
What's this? All right, tell us.
Can you buy a house for 5%?
What's this 5% deposit about?
Hey, but sure. All right.
Explain, bro. Some people think.
So, number one.
Smokes and mirrors, bro.
No.
Smokes and mirrors.
So, number one, the Labor government didn't actually bring this in. This scheme used to be called the First Home Loan Deposit Scheme, FHLDS, and it has existed since 2019. This was actually a Liberal scheme that got brought in. Okay? Initially, what it was to help low-income earners get into the property market sooner. So they would look at, and back then it was 2020, if you earn a maximum of $125K as a single or $200,000 as a couple, you could use this scheme to purchase a house, which has a 5% deposit. The maximum you could purchase for back then was about $800K in New South Wales. It might have been more, might have been less, who cares? But it was around then. Every year they would review it and they'd make some changes. So the last change was in 2023, okay? They said, we're going to do it up to $900K in New South Wales. And it's no longer it has to be single and couples. It could be a single person and their brother, single person and their cousin, or something like that, like a friend, or a couple, okay? You don't have to be a citizen. You could be a citizen or non-permanent resident, but you still had the income caps. It was either $125K or $200K as a single or, as two people. And then your price limits, because the prices were going up, maximum in New South Wales was $900K. So the government comes in, all right? And they start turning around and they start saying to everyone, hey, Liberal scheme. And I'm not pro-Liberal. Okay, I'm not a massive righty and all that sort of stuff. But what I am is somebody that likes to make sense of shit. So they were turning around, they were saying, oh, Liberal wants you to use your superannuation. They're going to give you access to up to $50,000 to go buy a house. They weren't going to change the first home scheme. They were going to give you $50,000 from your super to go buy a house. I could tell you firsthand, property has outperformed cash. Okay, cash in super over the last 30 years. Ever since superannuation was introduced, it's outperformed it, okay, by 20%. So what the Liberals were doing, they were giving you access to, and it was limited access. They weren't taking your whole super. They were saying, oh, you got $100K super, you can use $50K of that to go purchase a house, all right? You can go use that $50,000 and you could go buy an asset that's going to be worth more than what your super is going to be worth in 40 years when you retire. No. They said that scheme was shit. That's going to do the worst things to everyone. What they turned around, they said was, you can now buy a house for up to $1.5 million with just a 5% deposit. The first time I heard this, my brain broke, because I've been in this industry for long enough now and I see all the smokes and mirrors. I see all the bullshit. Okay? Every broker went online. They went on LinkedIn. They started doing their photos. They started doing their posts. They started doing their captions. And they go, you can just buy with just a 5% deposit, come to me. Okay, I'm there. تعال ولا تعال خليني اربيك شويه.
95% of it, bro. That's big dough to pay back, bro.
It's big, but it wasn't only that. It was like, it's not just a 5% deposit. Number one, you've got to be able to service the loan. That's a big thing. So if you're buying for the maximum in New South Wales, if you're buying a $1.5 million property with a 5% deposit, that means you deposit $75K. That means you've got a loan of 1.425 bill. Okay, you can't use this as an investment property. So there's no future rental income, no future negative gearing, all that stuff. You need to have a household income of 250K to be able to afford this. Which first-time buyers have a household income above 250K? I'll tell you how many. 12% of households in New South Wales earn 250K or more. 12%. 1 in every 10 people. 1 in every 8 people.
Across Australia.
Across New South Wales, one in every 8. And a lot of them are first-home buyers that already own their home.
100%.
Okay, so here's the next step. They didn't include the fact that there's going to be stamp duty. So if you buy in New South Wales at $1.5 million, the maximum stamp duty concession goes up to $1 million. So that means you don't get stamp duty for free. So this is what you have to pay. $75,000 for a deposit. You got to have a household income of $250K. And then on top of that, you got to pay stamp duty of $67,000. So where's the victory? So you got this prime minister up there saying, yeah, we're helping Australians. We're doing this. We're doing that. The average price of a house in Sydney itself right now is $1 million and up. Okay? It's $1 million and up. The $1 million ring in Sydney doesn't exist anymore. It's gone past. It's gone past Penrith, past that way, you know? If you want to buy in Colleton, is it Colleton? No, Cranbrook. If you want to buy in Cranbrook right now, it's 1.1 to buy a house because everybody knows.
That's Penrith, bro. That's like
yeah. So everybody's sitting there and they're going to themselves, oh yeah, the government's helping. I spoke to, because I do mentorship as well, and I'm gonna have that business completely cancelled after this podcast. But I spoke to a few of the boys, and I go, how many have you gotten approved? Oh, I've got 3 pre-approvals. How many settled? None. How many purchased? None. They can't find the property. It doesn't work. It doesn't actually do anything for anyone. All it was a political stunt because nobody can actually afford to buy a house in Sydney. Do you know how do you know how you can create better affordability in Sydney? This is all you need to do. And I came up with this idea randomly. I had somebody come up to me and they put me on the spot and they go, how would you do it? I go, this is how I would do it. Every single council worker, okay, they're all on salaries and every single one of them leaves after 4 p.m. Everyone knows this about council. If you're working in council, no one is in the office after 4 p.m. True?
100%.
True.
Yep.
Okay. So what I would introduce to create efficiency, and I'm not saying this is the miracle thing, but this will make both sides happy and this will increase efficiency. Introduce an incentive or an award-based system for the overtime. You can earn double time if you work overtime, but this is how many things that you have to get approved. This is how many CDCs, this is how many DA applications, this is how many things. Okay, and if you don't approve that, guess what? We're not going to allow you to work as much overtime as you wanted to before. If you want to work the overtime, it's going to be incentive-based.
You got to get shit done.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not milk it.
But imagine that. Imagine that system was, are the people that work in labor going to be pissed off for it with it? No. They're going to be sitting there, they're going to be, I can earn more money if I actually work? Mad. You're going to have the Liberals sit there and go, I can build more houses? Hectic. You're going to have the Labs doing the Dapke from here to Tripoli. You know, because now they're finally getting applications approved. They're not waiting 18 months. They're waiting 12. All of a sudden, it creates a bit more efficiency. Is it going to decrease the demand on housing? Is it actually going to help people? Yeah, it is. Okay. Is it going to help them astronomically? No. But if it improves at 20%, that's going to ease it a little bit, you know?
It's a start.
Instead, you're going to have this guy. You got this guy going up there and saying 5% deposit. It's rude, man. It's rude to give people this false hope, okay? And then on top of that, not explain it as well because people are going to get in shit. That's the thing that hurts me the most. Someone out there is going to go buy at an auction with just a 5% deposit thinking to themselves, yeah, the government's that's all I need. All I need is a 5% deposit. And then when they go and they do their pre-approval and all that sort of stuff, do you know what's going to happen? The broker's going to turn around and say, you can only borrow 800 grand. You can't borrow 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. And you know what? That person is going to hate the broker. They're going to hate the broker and they're going to say, no, that broker, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to go to another broker. And you know, that broker might be dodgy and might do something dirty, okay, to get him approved. And then that broker's put himself in jeopardy to lose his career because of it. That's why I'm so dirty. Sorry about the visceral reaction, everyone. But like, when I see this stuff, and I know for a fact, we've done 3 of these applications in the last financial year. 3 out of 200, and then you got this guy up there and he's saying this stuff. It doesn't burn me, but it makes me upset that you have other people sitting there and they're advocating for it. And I can guarantee you not one of them have settled on a house. A lot to unpack there. Sorry, bro.
No, it's quite interesting you say that, bro. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of people aren't educated, cuz. A lot of people aren't educated in regards to like the dudes, like what is required in these situations. Like I know recently somebody at an auction, they had no pre-approval. I don't know if they're first-time home buyers or not. Not going to mention who.
I'm resting my head on the microphone because I've got trauma from these situations.
Number one, bro, I don't know who's going to an auction without a pre-approval. Number one. Number two, that they've got it. They've bid it. They've won the auction. Come settlement time, I don't think they account. I think they're in the same situation as what we just spoke about. I think they only had a 5% deposit. Didn't account for the stamp duty, legal costs, preliminaries, ABC 1, 2, 3. Settlement time comes. There's a shortfall of 100K.
Yeah. What do you do?
What do you do now under auction conditions? No, brother.
No. They're calling off.
Got to pay.
You've got to pay.
Joe, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you
I wouldn't have bid at the auction.
No, but I'm asking you. You are me in this situation. A client has come to you and they said, here, I've got a 5% deposit. The government told me that I could do this.
Plus the VAL came in at 100 grand short as well.
Yeah, even
as on top of that.
On top of that.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you hold your reputation and your integrity there?
You can't.
If
someone's going to help in that situation, you're breaking rules somewhere. You're bending.
The only way the only way I see that you can actually solve this dilemma is that person borrows off a family member to cover the stamp duty, but then you put in the family member in jeopardy. You said the government said, "Oh, we're going to give you 5%." Okay, we can do the 5%. Pay for the stamp duty as well, but don't go online and tell people you could just buy with a 5% deposit. Clarify: you could buy with a 5% deposit so long as you get pre-approved first. Make sure you speak to a broker. The second thing is make sure you got money put aside for stamp duty. Victoria is even worse. Victoria maximum purchase price is $950, so your deposit is $47.5 grand. Your stamp duty is $55K at that rate. Your stamp duty costs more than the 5% deposit. It's $102,500 you need just to be able to buy the house in Victoria. Now, you tell me, between you and I, if you've got a government up there saying, "Oh yeah, you can buy with just a 5% deposit," then you find out your stamp duty bill's whacking you for even more than that. You're going to be happy?
No, absolutely not.
No. But it's just the reason, and you saw the reason why I got so upset, and you've seen the explanations, you've heard the explanations, you've already got people doing it tough. 100K is 67K 5 years ago, 2020, you know? You already see these people doing it tough.
But how is that justifiable, Joe?
It's not. This is the thing.
If wages is 100K...
Yep. Inflation, man. Inflation, and it's killed people.
But houses, for example, are not what they were in 2020.
Migration, bro. We're getting a very wealthy amount of people moving to Australia because of all the conflict that's happening around the world. They see Australia, they go, "You mean I could buy a house that's not going to get robbed?" Mad, you know? Like, there's so much conflict around the world that Australia is so desirable. It's Australia. I'll tell you now, it's Sydney, Dubai. That's it. Cuz, have you been to the States?
Yeah.
The States is the worst. I promise you, you walk from one side of the street to the other, you're going to bump into 300 homeless people. A lot of them are on that fentanyl, they call it.
Yeah, it's not pretty, bro.
They're on that fentanyl, and it's horrific.
They're lying on the street. They're lying down on the street smacking out.
And it's horrible. So you're getting a lot of Americans moving down here as well. They move down here, they go, "Oh, when's winter? This is winter. It doesn't snow. No, I'm going to live here from now on," you know? It's a different way of life. So you've got a lot of people moving to Australia, a lot of very wealthy people. We're not talking, like, people are saying, "Oh, we've got big migration, we've got the Indians and all that other stuff." That's not the issue in Australia at the moment, okay? We always need migration. We always need skilled labor come to this country. The issue is we have wealthy individuals choosing to set up base here because their money, American dollars so much outperforms Australian dollars so much more. Their money buys them so much more here. You go to Vaucluse, you go to Double Bay, you go to these areas, it's gone up. The people that get priced out of those areas, they buy just a suburb next door. "Oh, you know what? We can't afford Vaucluse. We'll go live in Coogee. It's just on the beach as well." "Oh, we can't afford Coogee. We'll go one more down. We'll go down to Maroubra." "Oh, we can't afford Maroubra anymore." And then after that, it circles more in. And you drive now all along that east, okay? You drive all along on that Anzac Parade and stuff. Show me one crane. One crane going up right now. One crane going up that's actually building.
Are you talking Maroubra, Daisy, all that? Yeah.
No, there's no cranes
Nothing
going
doing.
on. There's nothing going on.
There's nothing doing there. I was actually there the other day.
So it's just going to increase the prices. What we don't need to create more buyers in the market. We don't need to give people who have grown up in Australia false hope and say to them, yeah, you could buy with just a 5% deposit when they can't. What you need to do is create efficiency and get more DAs approved. Get more people to build, okay? You got so many builders in the market, they don't want to do the high-rise flats anymore because that's all been incentivized. They all move into industrial types of developments now. Why? There's no homeowner's warranty. Oh, you mean if I go build a few sheds out west, I can make close to as much profit, but I don't have as much liability. I don't have as much holding costs. I don't have to worry about, the building commissioner knocking on my door 5 years time, telling me that I need to fix one of the balconies because the waterproofing isn't as good as what it was intended to certify certified for. Like, bro, there's some issues. Now, I don't mind dodgy builders getting pushed out of the market. Okay, we've got no place in the world for that. But I do mind when we overregulate things, and then all of a sudden you got the everyday Joe Blow complaining he can't afford a house, and then the guy who is a developer who does have a builder's license not willing to build it anymore.
Well, the funny thing is, a builder's license actually holds no value without the home warranty.
Without the insurance. Yeah,
You
you need it to obviously build to that extent. You can't build to that limit.
Without it, your builder's license.
You need warranty here.
Right, it's worth a box of Weet-Bix is worth more.
It's worth use.
Explain what home warranty insurance is to people. It allows you.
But home warranty insurance is an insurance by a body corporate, right? So it's not government. It's privately.
It's privately owned.
Owned, right? They basically say, well, you need this warranty for any work over $20,000.
Yep.
For argument's sake.
Any job.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it's $20,000
and below 2 stories.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need home warranty.
Doesn't it also dictate how much amount of work you can take on?
That also comes with it, right? Say they approve you for $1 million. But let's even forget that because they're knocking people back. Just saying no. Because what they do credit checks. They look at how much money you have in the bank account.
Yeah. Tax debt. They check tax debt. My mate's going through it now.
But like this, we're talking off the air about this, but the homeowner's warranty has come in because we need to be able to cover, like, it's basically covering our asses, okay? It's not the builder, it's actually the government or the insurance, like, oh, we need to cover our asses. Why? Because they had a bunch of projects go to shit that they self-certified themselves and they wanted someone else to blame. So this is the cost of entry now. It's a cost of entry ticket, what the homeowner's warranty is now. And
yeah, but who's to blame for that? Isn't that the government?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
So really, who's getting punished for this?
Yeah, we are. We are the entrepreneurs. And you turn around and you ask me, are we seeing an effect on mental health? Yeah, of course we are seeing an effect on mental health. Because if you're not strategically prepared for this sort of stuff and these sort of changes and these sort of variations and, the effect to your profit margins, people used to build with the anticipation of 25% profit margin. I'm taking on the risk. I've got to lay out the cash. I've got to be able to do all this. This is how much I expect my profit to be at the end of the job. Now, the expectation is 15%. You're better off going and putting that money, and I'm telling you now, you're better off putting that money with a random, and I'm not even saying, I'm saying a random index fund. You're better off putting that money in there because it's going to grow faster that way. Okay, this is no way financial advice, generic in HR. Speak to an accountant before you do anything like this. But what I'm trying to say is, me as a developer, I'm putting myself in a developer's shoes. Why would I take on a project if I'm only going to make a 15% profit return? And that's on paper. That's before, somebody dicks me down the road and, forgets to order something and now all of a sudden I've got to pay 20% more. Like, it doesn't make sense. So you're saying to me, oh, the homeowner's warranty, it's our cost of ticket entry and all that sort of, it's not fair. It is not fair. And guess who's cops it? The everyday Australian who now has to pay over $1.2 million to buy a dwelling. I'm not saying a house, a dwelling in Sydney. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, all the developers that were willing to take on the risks, they are no longer applicable. Truthfully, how many builders went bust in the last 4 or 5 years? I think the statistic was like at 5,000.
I work for 2 of them.
Yeah.
I work for 2 of them. Yeah, I seen it first day. I predicted it, bro. As soon as I went in there, I seen what was going on. I seen the way the world was going, and I was like, mate,
yeah,
this is not looking good, my man. This is
how many and we sit there Oh, bro, look, going online is actually the worst thing for your mental health. Have you gone online and just like looked at the comments about whenever a builder or a developer goes bust?
Yeah, ruthless, bro, ruthless.
Oh, yeah, good. Fuck these wealthy developers. Yeah. And I'll sit there and I go, okay, that bloke might have had a family.
100%, bro.
That bloke took risk.
Yeah.
These people have roofs over their heads because this guy took a risk and stuff. This guy was able to figure out the equation, the engineering and stuff to build something safe for you. And all of a sudden you're celebrating that. Like people, there's too much tall poppy in this country, don't you reckon?
100%. Hey, bro, half the reason I went bust, bro, is not because of risk, it's cost of living.
Yeah.
Inflation on products, on material.
100%.
When I'm quoting a job for 30, 40 grand, right?
Yeah.
And then during the project, this job's costing me 50, 60.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how you lose money.
100%.
That's how you go bust. I gave you a figure where you could possibly trade out of it, save yourself.
Yep.
But there's guys out there in the millions. Yep. If they're quoting a job for 2.2, 2.3, and then this thing's costing them 4, how do you cover that shortfall?
They don't, and they go bust.
And the people they're building for have so much power now. This red tape that's been built, right, by the government and the building commissioner, right, it's actually there to protect
wealthy.
Thank you very much.
It's there to protect the big dogs at the top.
Yeah.
It's there to protect the guys that have been in the industry and they've shook hands with the right people. They've kissed enough asses and all stuff. Not any of these political events. You're going to see the wealthiest of the wealthy property developers or the presidents of those communities sitting with the wealthy, not the wealthiest, but the most powerful council members for a particular cohort that they want to get approved. It's not fair, man. But we live in this world, and guess what? We got to learn how to juggle with it. So you say to me, how do we see the mental health? What do we do? How do we juggle this? I tell you, brother, because the world ain't fair. We know this. We know this. We all know this. The world ain't fair. Now you can either run towards it or run from it. Run towards the obstacle, figure it out, get the right people by your side to do it, and you'll get there. But don't shy away, because guess what? The government, they always get their money's worth at the end of the day.
You get swallowed up.
Yeah.
So true.
I do, bro. I'm sorry about that.
Nah,
mate, Joseph Douad, it's simple.
Yep.
.com.au.
Oh, you got it right on the money. I didn't even have to correct you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zuzu.
It is very simple. Hit this man up, because I know I am.
He's a broker, bro. Go to him.
No.
There's actually sorry.
Not yet. All
right, let me.
Soon to be.
So the last couple of days I've been trying to ring Bill. It's not that simple.
It's complicated.com.au.
It's complicated.com.au to get a hold of him.
Crazy weekend, bro. Bro, we had the West Tigers awards night on the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, our team here at Mic'd Up, Dan Hanna, like he's even got a Lebo last name.
Wait, so you got no Lebanese in you?
Chime in.
Because his last name is
Hanna.
Zero.
Yeah.
I thought he was related to you guys.
No. No, he's like Hannah, but the Hannah Montana type.
Oh, man. Are you a Tigers fan, Halle?
I'm not, no.
No.
But the boys at Mic'd Up got a couple of tickets. So Dan and Bill went out.
Yeah, I saw that picture
on Friday night.
You guys look good in your suits.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
You scrubbed up very well. Yeah. Did you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So guys, we actually did. So Dan, we obviously went for the amazing offer that we received to be invited to the awards night for the NRL West Tigers. It was the annual gala night down at the beautiful Dalton House. Me and Dan actually went down. Mate, orange carpet, not red carpet. Orange carpet.
Was it orange? Wow.
For obvious reasons. Yeah, it was awesome, man. Caught like. Just to be there, just to see what goes on behind the club, just to be mingling with these type of people, networking and catching up with old foes, old friends, and a couple of my old teammates that play for the West Tigers. I caught up with them, and I was introducing them to Dan, and we caught up with Twali and Ads and all that, and Adam.
Nice.
But
Did you bump into a gentleman goes by the name of Samuela Fainu?
Samuela Fainu, yes. Our good mate Sammy was sitting in that chair literally a day before. I don't even tell him we were going. He was sitting in that chair. We interviewed him, and then bang, man, he He's seen us both walking into Dalton House. He looked at me, done a double take. He goes, Billy, what are you doing here? I go, Sammy, my man. I go, I'm just here, to return the favour, bro. Because nah, joke. All jokes aside, but it was an awesome night. Benji said some awesome words. Shane Richardson, and everyone at the West Tigers for putting that on. It was an awesome night, Dan, and very grateful to be a part of it. And obviously through this podcast, being able to be a part of these certain things, bro, because, very grateful.
Awesome. We are absolutely blessed to be doing what we're doing, Bill.
Amen, my bro.
And to have the opportunity to sit with
Guys,
people like Joe.
God bless you two for having me on because I love your show.
Nah, bro. No, we love what you do, and thank you for the insight you've given us.
Yeah.
And not financial advice, okay, but you do care. You do give a fuck about the people you work with.
Because people are people. At the end of the day, people are people.
But that gets lost.
Because everyone has their own universe. You're going to go home and you've got your own universe. If you go to my house right now, the power switch is off. You don't know how to turn it back on. You don't know where the box is. You don't know what time my son's going to wake up in the middle of the night to feed him. So do your best for the people around you. Because if you can make their universe better, you've done right on this earth. And that's a big thing for me.
Beautiful words.
I was about to say to you, leave us with something. And I didn't get to ask you that because you've just done it. Yeah. It's beautiful, Joe. You're a beautiful person, bro.
You're beautiful. Your whole family, muffin.
You just beat me to it. I was going to say you come from a beautiful family.
Yeah.
All praise goes to your mum and dad. They've done an amazing job with yourself and your siblings.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Vice versa. Both of you.
It's simple.
Yeah.
.com.au.
Make sure to check them out, guys, on all the socials. We'll have them all in our bios and descriptions. And
Billy, do you want to leave us with anything?
I think I said enough.
You said enough.
I think I've said enough.
You know what? He spoke a lot today.
Oh, did I?
He did.
It's all about, I don't know. I didn't just planned out like that way.
But these, just be you, bro. Be you. I keep getting pumped. Let the bloke talk.
See, guys, he did let me talk this time.
Bloke, but he doesn't. But when he talks, I'll kick back. Yeah. But when he doesn't talk, guess what?
You ask him why he's not talking.
No, Joey, to be honest, man, sometimes I'm just so intrigued in the questions you asked, and I sit there sometimes thinking,
look, I'm pretty deep. Yeah,
bro.
I'm deep. Like I'm too deep for my wife even.
Right, you
we're talking. Nah, that sounded. I'm talking.
Fuck, did he just say that?
I'm talking mentally here. Anyway.
No, all jokes aside, bro. I mean, sometimes we ask, bro.
Okay, I loved seeing this from you today.
Oh, thank you, bro.
I did, bro. And
Joe, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to leave us with?
I want to leave. I'm gonna go on the back of what happened with Bill.
Yeah.
Right. That's something that I want to leave people with. Stand up for yourself, right? And when you see injustice, don't walk away from it. Don't act stupid. Don't turn a blind eye. Because let me tell you, even if I didn't know him and I was standing in the line behind him, I would have got involved. I would have got involved and said, what the fuck's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem right. And it goes on the back of, I made that comment with G when she was on, and I said, the power she showed and the faith that she has, having lost 3 children, and she still sat there staunch, but I was crying and she wasn't.
She's an Awiya.
Bro, wow.
Not normal, man.
And I made a comment, how beautiful is Islam? Because that's her faith and that's what she really lent on, and that got her to where she is. But all we see on mainstream media is terrorist this, Middle Eastern, Islamic,
extremist,
Muslim, extreme, whatever it is, they don't paint the G story. They don't paint the beautiful side of Islam.
Yeah.
Right? And for what it really is. And I make these comments because I'll stand for injustice.
Mm.
I'm not going to sit here whether it benefits me or not. And then, like the other thing, I seen a post, right? Like someone put up, everyone's talking about the Palestinians, the Muslim Palestinians. What about the Christians in Ghana?
Nigeria or something.
In whatever, some African country. I'm like, but why would you make that comparison, man? If you want to shine light on the Christians in Africa that are getting slaughtered for being Christian, just talk about that.
I hate that whole notion. I know we're trying to wrap up and everything, but I hate that whole notion that just because there's an injustice going on one place, you can't bring up an injustice in another.
Yep.
Okay? Oh, like this is happening in Palestine. Oh, but what about this? Okay, what about that too? Fuck that too.
Yeah, fuck that.
Cuz we're going to jump in there too.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck that too.
And like, this is like, bro.
But I love when they bring that up, it's like, oh, okay, so because Christians are getting murdered in Africa,
Yeah.
does that mean it weighs out the Palestinians?
No.
Like, let's be real, there's Palestinian Christians too, brother.
But and I'm going to finish with this. We have to start recognizing as a people what a true injustice is. If we sit there and everything is an injustice, then nothing is an injustice. That's why, you've got the issues at the schools now. They're trying to teach kids all these things and they're causing a ruckus about that. People are too preoccupied with that. Okay? Like my niece's school, it's a Christian school and everything. And they're trying to say to her, what's your gender?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's another kind of move.
I know that's another thing.
Wow.
But that's causing enough ruckus that all of a sudden people don't, stand up, look for your core, find out what's what within you, and make sure that not everything has to be the thing, but the things that are bad, make sure you stand up.
On that note, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in for another week. Once again, massive shout out to our major partners, Mic'd Up, Dan and the crew, bro. Can't thank you guys enough for everything you guys do. Also to our sponsors here, you'll see them come up on the screen as well. Joey, thank you so much for joining us, my brother.
Joey.
Boys, I absolutely love you both.
Mate,
Love you, bro.
love the chat. Joey,
Billy,
until next week.
Guys,
Have a good one. Take it easy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I love the story.
It's the BillyJoe Podcast, where the truth gets told. Stories from the heart, yeah, the vibe is bold. Talking real life, breaking through the pain. Every single episode, a change in the game. Billy and Joe, they bring the real talk. From the struggles of the wins to the late night walks. Voices of the people putting truth on blast. No filters, no masks, just facts that last. They shine a little light when the world feels cold. Conversations raw, turning stories to gold. From mental health battles to the dreams we chase.